boniface. I'm rubber trains to the baby. Yeah, the new baby boy I be right. Yeah, mo be new open new. You let nothing come between us.
As I said, it's your girl Baba Chuck Norris. Keep your dial right here.
After all,
bringing to you the relationship show, Love and Life.
Mountains and valleys won't come between us. Time and space can never defeat us. It's you and I against the world. So hold me tight, back on
This is a cover with Matters of the Heart.
It's the matters of the
I
heart.
hope say, BB, are you ready? Getting ready for us to have this steamy conversation. And mom would say, I'm contributing last week, you know. I hope so this week will be better because this is a better topic for us to discuss tonight. So don't go nowhere. Keep your dial right here because it's about to get interesting.
Dio nyamiaka bomuna amoni papianti timu seme ya woni biya maso deya to be good. Two wrongs don't make a right. Onyamina betre boniface emre betre said you rebefi. Yeah, the jidi upon a boy be right. You will be on you and you let nothing come between us. We'll spend our time to prove that after all these times and all these years, it's you and I. Mountains and valleys won't come between us. Time and space can never defeat us. It's you and I against the world. So hold me tight,
If you're just joining in or tuning in, it's your girl Baba Chuck Norris. Bringing to you the relationship show, Love and Life. So let's get into it.
Baby, we'll grow old. We'll grow old. We'll grow old. Living together. We will grow old. We'll grow old. We'll grow old. We will grow old. We'll grow old. We'll grow old. Still together. We'll grow old. We'll grow old.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na na. Fantasy is what some ladies want, but reality is what I really need. Me hope y'all bet on me for real. And then y'all bet say my coma. I wanna be loved.
Someone to kiss me before I go.
I wanna be loved.
Lay me down to sleep.
I wanna be loved, don't wanna be alone, yeah.
Someone to kiss me before I go.
I wanna be loved, don't wanna be alone. Dance to
This is Wanna Be Loved by Sako Dear featuring Afia.
Not your one team, Jim Grassy. Your name is Shimam, will be in a semi. I was in me, I want to cratch it. The Apedica could be the intimacy to Grandpa won't do me dachi. But the men who send me on Twitter, with Yana will see and I am watching. Maybe you're gay for no reason. I need someone to believe in, to kiss my lips when I'm leaving. Try to ease the pain when I'm bleeding. Support the things that I'm achieving. Show me love with no beefing. Pray for me when I'm sleeping. Try to cheer me up when I'm weeping. Breakfast in bed, love. Wash me like dreadlocks. 24/7 my bed rock. Love me beyond 6 bars. Good girl, good hygiene. Your bag, I'm a tie drain. Sweet love, no fighting. Mike Tyson.
I sit back on pie, just a minute. Or dancing in the wine back corner. Diame hunti me dame in confisa. Yes, me I am so go memo. Entina mi hiano, bedi da mi sakuramano. Shemenim street chemiano, wafe mafono. Enyanyo be ya me te set fancy dokno. Tender love and care is all I need to be loved.
Someone to kiss me before I go.
I wanna be loved.
Okay, as I said, if you're just tuning in to Hot Digital, it's your girl Baba Chuck Norris, bringing to you the relationship, love, and life show.
Don't wanna
Do
be
not go nowhere. Stay tuned because it's about to get steamier.
Love, yeah. Pain. Although the soon soon, I'm going to be paying. I don't want it again. Cash, fame. The poor boy need to pay. I was a mic. Park a car near for train. The people you're compromising with me, and yet the dad will try to compete. The people that will keep it fair. Yeah, we'll be changing my life complete. From one night to sleep, feminist roll love is deep. From bush dog to sheep. Yes, swept me off my feet. You're limit one, I'm on with no fears. And then you're changing after 4 years. Love me, no tattoo and no pierce. Regardless, all love. Oh yes, you wanna be the one to give me real love? Show me what you can do. I'm never giving you up, cause my world revolves around you. Yeah, we're better with the love and I'm sure she's kissing me till I go bed. Since I would them and I say BBC will come my traffic in the sun.
Wanna be loved by a fear inside.
I wanna be
It's a good tune.
Baby, down to sleep.
I wanna be loved, don't wanna be alone, yeah.
Kiss me before I go.
I wanna be loved, don't wanna be alone. And soon now I can know, baby, baby. I wanna
It's so funny how everyone wants to be loved but don't want to do the work.
I wanna be loved, don't wanna be alone, babe.
Metia phone, you know, everyone that has tuned in, listening to me on Facebook Live, even on radio, wherever you're listening from, I say, and I hope you had a good day and you're about to get into the evening and the night with me. Don't go nowhere. Stay right here because it's about to get interesting.
Waiting be love if you know that. If you know that, it's really not the same. Oh no, I never thought.
Sorry, you're no action. Just to set the mood, let's hit the streets with Daddy Lumba's Pony. I'm definitely going to release the topic in about 2 minutes, so don't go nowhere. I'm just trying to get everyone to get ready. Stay tuned. Relax with hubby, relax with Mr., Mrs., and let's enjoy tonight's show. It's you from Baby Summer Simbi. Shana Mama Bubu for the I can't say because I said my baby someone no, and I just I know that it's a fan cheme. My mama Bubu for na mo answer me so well.
Honey,
today's conversation and I say a topic you know is are you ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's you for me say Chichamuina, baby Bia with me free no. And I dream it chow, who say baby are you okay? Let's get right into it. Into your topic for discussion. Should you compromise on your partner's sex drive? And what do you do if you're not compatible sexually with your partner? Should you compromise on your partner's sex drive? And what do you do if you're not compatible with your partner sexually? So, you better discuss. So, we'll have some few educations as well and things to actually improve on. So, don't go nowhere, as I said. Stay right here with me because it's about to get steamy and interesting, and you're going to learn a thing or two. So keep your dial right here. Don't go nowhere.
The first time I met you, the last time. Riding me, man, it feel like the first time I met you, the last time. I love you, Tommy, baby.
Warning number one, spanking you too much. All you bet to recover it. Or you people, second of them. I was on you. I guess I'll see Sonia. Now, Selena, Andrea, Bibia toast. I'll come in true, my true. So not just here, my year crowd of you. Riding in on the village, riding in on the village, riding in on the baby, the village, riding in on the village, riding in on the village, on the village, me baby. And it feel like the first time I met you, the last time. Riding me, man, it feel like the first time I met you, the last time.
As I said, this is your girl Baba Chuck Norris, bringing to you the relationship show, Love and Life. If you're just joining or tuning in, welcome. Your topic for tonight's of discussion here: should you compromise on your partner's sex drive? And what do you do if you're not compatible with your partner sexually? The word is not compatible in all aspects. Just sexual compatibility and you because a lot of us fall into that category, and especially Africa, Mama for Ghana, as I said last week, just say can't one shama. Expressing and share and we want to break that ice, we want to break that norm, because it was say that we're in a relationship too. So that's what I'm here for. Your girl Baba Chakra is here to fix it. I'm a fixer. So I mean, don't go nowhere. I hope same while you're ready, when they miss there, when they misses, waiting in now you're ready. You are about to listen. I'm going to share my views here and there with me. And to know if I think now you missed the topic, I'm going to repeat it again. Is should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive? Sexual drive in terms of one, you find obina or high sex drive. Nipa corner sometimes sebi meshemeka manoda someone so or per se or no having sexual intimacy, let's say 4 or 5 times in a day. And so making we were very low libido, was sexual driving do you once a week, you're good to go. But here you are, you found yourself with a partner open 5 times a day, and the other party also probably wants it once a week. What are you going to do? How do we fix this problem? And I'm sure is a lot of people, actually I personally know a lot of people going through this, and it affects relationships and marriages and so be as I said, don't go nowhere, stay tuned. We're going to share ideas, we're going to educate ourselves, and we're going to learn tonight.
Baby mu wana mi emaji mu bum mi ada mu sola muntum ene menya vi mu bom sola na mu au baby mu wana mi emaji mu bum.
Shout out to EU Wealthy on Facebook. Thank you for your sharing. Shout out to Komlamis.
Obini mu na ganchare go figure just a check in it. Oh abona mana wa banga bana 024 for anyum fura mena.
Okay. Show the whole town. Penata odemufu amubisa obochomu huna yehua body ni jinamede yokozuna boile ya long hey and pay na pewona John she baby boo ye heavy do makasa na mo for my baby take kiku eye me ufu de bia mo hwehwe wa muhu edemo one no mo boda ma hwehwe hwamaka high sweet na ke hello your papa was street ye wear your flex no ghetto mo want my jeep my want do melo obi obo try we submit no bo yellow most of women for.
As I said, if you're just tuning in and joining in, welcome to the relationship show, Love and Life, brought to you by your girl, one and only, Baba Chuck Norris. If I think so, now we'll join him here. And I will see now back. This is the topic for tonight. And the topic here: should you compromise on your partner's sex drive? And what do you do if you're not compatible with your partner sexually? And as I said, no. Most of us, majority of us, especially women, fall in this category. Be brave, because most of the time, we tend to give in to what the man wants only without expressing our expectations. Into because internet was set it has to start from the head. But my ambassador be criticized. I want us to learn and then move forward and make things right in our relationships and marriages. So as I said, don't go nowhere, stay tuned because it's about to get steamier.
When you superstar visit, you know what you try I will like na wo bebe for me I can be a second. This is what moko don so my any so I le meke.
Maybe more 5 minutes to get yourself ready. You're prepared. Me and Betsmas and you share ideas, you share experiences and our views on the topic. What do you do if you are not compatible sexually with your partner? And do you have to compromise on your partner's sexual drive? It's like when with chi, sexual drive is sebi me who I mean the chi word ne but obet me aboamia say one ne partner e wo ho na e bia ono ne nempe magudie no or 10 now or 5 and I said 3 what do you do? I was all compromising I reach 10 and I said was a 10 no a compromising over 3. How do we find a balance and what do you do if you're not compatible? Your baby strange and shout outs to my online watchers. Shout outs to my free Jack. Shout out to you from day one, and I want to say thank you. Big shout out to you, Kamala man. You know, Brown, I see you. Thank you so much for supporting.
Castro under fire. I great family, Westside legacy.
And shout out to Godfred Adam.
Big D, team move. If you come away, I see.
Okay, now let's get right into it. It's, as I said, and then your topic of discussion, and I say interest, should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive, and what do you do if you're not compatible with your partner sexually? Sexually, because other aspects, we can fix it. Yeah, and last week, I think so. We looked into a few things that gets into the way of having a good sexual relationship, or our marriage, to be precise. But a net topic, it's all around whether you're married, whether you're in a relationship, should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive? And I said, do you leave to find someone you match with sexually? And this is my take on it. First of all, personally, go through with this, and I can even testify to that myself. It's difficult. Say, we share or be. And I say, you're in a relationship with someone, now you don't communicate your expectations. And so many times, as I said last week, Ghana man, we shy away from communicating this aspect of your life, with our partners and men. Men don't shy away when they see you and they want to take you to bed. They just go straight to the point. And no person, but a man also, because we're just created on us. We function in the fact if Ghana man, let me not say a man, I'm just speaking for Ghanaians to be precise. We were brought up in a way, I said, you're right, and we shy away from expressing our sexual tendencies and your sexual feelings, how you feel, the things you would like, you keep a lot of things in you, and then you just keep taking what your partner gives you, and talking about how we fake orgasm, and of course, we another topic for another day. But to compromise on your partner's sexual drive, as I said, everything starts or requires with communication. Bibia, you're communicating. So me share obi na me pese me no bobra. Yeah, steady. You say your relationship, say our we. Na me pese me no bobra. We talk about everything. We're talking about finances, our future. Why can we not talk about the one most important thing that bonds us together spiritually, physically, and emotionally, which is sex? Because no matter what you do, sex actually bonds you together. We sex-free relationship, then obviously it becomes a friendship and some sort of agape love. But with the romantic aspect, sex plays a lot. It's a sexual intimacy that bonds us together. So why don't we discuss this? Why don't we communicate our expectations clearly to your partners? Then cheating now kicks in. Bon says, they say, I'm married for no cheat to say, man. And one of my wife be brina cheat to say, man. And it's sad. Because at the end of the day, whatever you're looking for out there, I feel say, when no partner no discuss here, as we said last week, when no partner communicates here, it would be better for you to work on things you have at home. And so, for example, as I said, sexual drive, my sexual drive is on 10. Now me should be, or you're perfect. We are compatible in all ways, but the sexual drive at 2. And that's the place that he lacks a lot. What do I do? How do I fix it? Do I have to bring my drive down to 2, which I don't think is possible, or I don't know, or do I have to train him to bring his drive down to 10? I hope Matema says, and you're clear enough, I would take it all over again. But, and then I think compatibility in the sense that there are people that you don't relate well with when it comes to regular social lives, but when you tend to go to bed with them intimately, you realize that, okay, they take you places where you've never been. You're like, okay, what is this? What am I, missing? This is a new world. And And also, we are going to look into it. As I said, don't go nowhere. For our dream share, because this is a young command, a fire in our me money teach you, a fire in our very, very important. Internet, don't go nowhere, stay, and let's advise, discuss, share our experience and our expectations, and talk about it. Opinion and no back on Kanaya and a Bekaya Jane to the opinion a man on so If you're just tuning in, it's your girl Baba Chuck Norris bringing to you the relationship show Love and Life. And the topic for discussion is, should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive? And what do you do if you're not compatible with your partner?
Let me whisper sweet love and words into your ear. Never when you're so
Okay, welcome back. You know, as I was saying, let me say, your topic of discussion and is, should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive? Sexual drive, I don't know, but I say the kind of energy, and I say the driver or partner to be sexually intimate with you, and then working out of relationships based on that. I've had a few a year. I think there was a story that went viral recently on one of my platforms. So the lady had to leave Nikuno on the wedding night because she had this fantasy that one bemana can wasem. Now muko do them so now fina quite there because the man was surprised. I didn't know this, and I'm dated 2 years and the Christian way, now obviously. Oh, I already have a caller. Okay. Well, hi, hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hey, good evening, Pacho. We're doing it be our free.
The best my voice nice.
Me Pacho mento on count.
It's all the best my voice nice.
Oh, voice are you haka? Okay. Me Pacho me menya would deal with our free.
Kasafi East London, yeah,
East London. Me na Pacho for saying.
Casanoma.
Okay, Casanoma kwa ba na enyumre wo submission wo.
Me be helpful ka council where the beauty in tree. And I may be helpful. Now topic is good. Yeah, me a bit cheaper because it's very interesting.
Okay.
But me helpful haka.
Okay.
What's it? I think
and sexual drive no ni
sexual drive. And I friend I think
okay, Casanoma me da say we no. And no mechanism with him what think. So I think your feelings one now.
What think?
Me ba sure say.
You say your friend you can what think?
What think? Okay. Okay. All right. And me da say.
Me share can phone woman some.
Okay, we shall come for human no say I think. Okay, me da say be and the mechanism not chi ni we na ye me den kakra. Nti me da say wa correct me.
You not tell me say.
Me ba sure say.
You.
Me da say. Me da say be me da say. Okay. All right, thank you. Call and friend or say or correct me because na mean sexual drive na mean to me kan wuchi mu but or say I think or call account for whom mu no I think. See anaju yon come to train na yeba between as I said earlier on no. What do you do if you know you're not compatible sexually with your partner? And I said, should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive? Na sexual drive na yesi twi mu na think. And I made church and say sometimes maybe one na uni obi ehia mo sign bibia ye perfect in all ramifications mo life good character bibia ebobo so na afi e ban sexual intimacy and I say e ban empema gra mo need the same drive and I say mo need the same attention for the things that are involved in the bedroom. And as I said last week, you know, everything boils down to communication. Everything. Bibia started with communication. Let's learn to communicate. Communication is the key to everything. When you communicate whatever it is now, Bibia it's me assault. At least your expectations, what you like, the things you don't like. And then I feel that from now on, young is I think I started your quadada. Maybe generation as how should be you are clear on the things you want. Because at the end of the day, you know, I'm going to do life with you. If I'm doing life with you now, maybe what I mean to me and share with you as I said, then what is the point? Where are we going? Where are we back? Yeah, man, so last week, I'm saying, yeah, man, want to complain, be brave, say, yeah, Ghana man, no, a bit timid when it comes to certain aspects, you know. It's as I was saying, so sexual drive is on a 10. You would want to have sex 5 times in a day, maybe 20 times in a day. No matter and it said be open once a week and now once a month. What do you do? And no sano. That you don't want to break your home, so you will end up cheating. I was so top up before and I be basa because in my humble opinion, I feel sex is the only thing as long as maybe you can work on and you can build on, because it's all based off communication. It's what you like, what I don't like, what I'm expecting you to do. And to know why should that be a deal breaker? And compromising on a sexual drive, not dear. To me, you know, I don't know. It's 50-50 for me. Se menuwe di hon komo dada and sana yewa relationship and sana yewa warrior. It's a different ball game. Then obviously there was a decision being made. So okay. Say na me tie, say na me pem me niama wo mpem. You be I would rather be touched or I would rather have like sexual intimacy 5 times in a row or in a night, in a day. Now who needs that energy now? What do we do? And I don't think the sexual drive is also based on sex and why is based on energy. It's all on attraction. How you feel about your person, how you know be quite the way what's not saying, maybe I will be make you very attractive to your partner. And all boils down to and no somehow that sort of urge, you know, to have, you know, to desire, not to even have, to desire your partner more. As we were saying last week now, we call it no friend and I be brain I can say yeah, and man no mundio muhuni. And all these also affects your sexual, and then my problem, me topic, me question back here. What do you do? So phobia, especially so why I put that. More have it that discussion of it in the middle of our, what catch your partners? Okay, I simply say I'm you. Me you will be a me pay me. I'm gonna say me pay. Say me have a lot of sex in a day. And I say even realistically, no. You can make time. So once you mean 5, I meet my 3 hours. You're meeting the person halfway. But here's a case of copy Japan. Hey, who does that? It depends on how your partner would also receive it. Communicating and receiving a problem. No, what share expectations? Ne, how no, now or partner so be shati and also be invalidate how you feel. And unfortunately, men tend to do that a lot. As I said, no, the cheating on the rise is because some married women are even cheating more than the men. Now, a man feel some on your head and they say, a man not take you over. So we want to know, and on the streets of social media, no, most of the people were talking about how they are not satisfied with their partner, or when you're satisfied enough. And that all boils down to Obia sexual drive. So, number one, I feel like Usha Obia, as I said, communicate your expectations. Catch you in the This is who I am. This is what I am. When people are natural and they have high libido, we are more day. They can even have sex the whole day and they will not be tired. And no, it be a sex maniac. And no, it's a bit. I think it's a bit of like a deficiency. It's on another level. That one you would have to run for your life because there's no cure for that. It won't make much up, and then you have to run for your life. Hence, the reason why it's very important for you to communicate from the beginning. It's very important to allow your partner hold on the expectations for you to make the choice and the decision to be with them, whether or not you want to be with them or walk away. Until I'm waiting. You better say your expectations, meaning your experience. But I'm gonna share a few experiences as well because I have been through a couple, and there were a few ways they've been through it, and they are willing to share. And don't go nowhere, as I said. Keep your dial right here because we are about to learn. Okay. Let's see about it. As I said, what do you do?
kona can be bitchy and me. If I'm a riba, baby, the American, me person, me chirese, one another riba penny. Oh, how I am yeah. Anuka, me who no me a machine. Way, a babenny, miracle could rock up sanity, money.
Welcome back. If you're just joining or tuning in, it's your girl Baba Chuck Norris bringing to you the relationship show where we talk about love and life. And I think now we're tuning in and a topic of discussion here. Should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive, and what do you do if you're not compatible with your partner sexually? Into no, yes, in a tree word, sexual drive and as sex drive in a tree word, I think, say, be our partner, think, was sure, was higher than you are. What do you do? Are you going to work to meet up? And I say you are expecting the other party to bring it down. And with way, I feel like it's just a bit. It's adding when you're doing. It's how you just communicate with your partner, find a middle ground, and then make each other happy. Because say, if your drive is on a 9 or a 10, as I kept saying, now maybe there were 2 and now 1. Make me work it to get to 5. Then you also have to, make sure say 5 and I'm work it to, you would also do things that it would increase it for me to get to that level. And now say you would lower your expectations from 10 to maybe a 6. Then I can work to get to you a 6. Now for BBI there we find a middle ground. As I was saying, there was this it's actually a real life story in your social media because lady no worry, not only a Christian couple. So obviously there was no sex before marriage. They dated or courted for 2 years. And then on their night of the honeymoon, lady no air catching you say she wants to be bitten under her armpits or person you couldn't get one amutum. And you couldn't say, dear son, on the mechanic saying, person make a cow or mutum like in how we just about is our first night together. Now make a cow, I'm inflicting pain. No, do it. And I think the bear man was so devastated because also okay, car now man have muja quite 2 girl, but the girl wanted more of that pain to pleasure herself. And of course, 1 month now she officially first time they be die. But now of course 1 month into we're very devastated and he wants to bail out of the marriage because now no, everyone was asking, did you not communicate this? And I was like, no, because obviously they were dating as Christians, and I think that sometimes in the church settings, because they tend to shy away from all these conversations. Holy too much. Now, so when our partner, wanna say you dating a Christian way, what stops us from communicating about our sexual interests? How I want to be touched, how I want to be made love to? What stops us from communicating these expectations with our significant other? And I meant yes, But as I said, Papa is in a dilemma. He wants to leave the marriage, and the marriage is just less than 2 months. On his own to me, and continue to be piano. Se Sebion and a rebeda just so can a mutum, which is a bit disgusting. Now, mutum like a canon compo in a year, so the lady wants, or you be a 1 round and another 2 as soon. She wants to go more than 4 or 5 times. So, what would you do in the situation? Because, and I think, say, you're finding yourself in this situation because we do not communicate. It all boils down to the fact that we don't communicate. So, in Kabia, and you're ferry, and as I sorry in Tina. Or now, because we know partner, you're dating so food in home, and open a share them, you're quiet, but we have our phone conversations. You have a brabo. So, what is stopping me from telling you that this is who I am? If you want to be a fear, we should say, you might not even get the ring, but at the end of the day, getting the ring and losing it is worth it. It's not better to communicate your expectations than get into a situation, and I say a relationship where you're going to end up losing it anyway because of one or two. Because I said, guy knows it's a very big problem. And how would you want to be? Ubewi no na mumpano so ina emoja number 1 because biting and as obeke ka wo yere and sana we feel some sort of pleasure and I say it's a bit but then again for sexual fantasies it happens. There are worse things that happen. People have weird fantasies that you can from a sexual fetish. It's so weird that you can't even begin to describe the weirdness. Because it's crazy out there in the street. As I said, and I keep saying, communicate your expectations with your partner before the relationship, before the marriage. Can't be a pair and son of room. And understand one man if I choice say, okay, do you want to do this? They know what they are stepping into and they are ready and willing to make it work with you. Rather than blindsiding or partner, now fade there. And know what I say and send be brave. There is no happiness, there's no peace, there is no harmony. And near Koyana say bye. This is just my 2 cents. And as I said, brand on sono. I think all the other social media or the other baby, he would need an advice as well on that. But to me, I don't know if it's too late because if so, because or the lady never got therapy and as a counselor now. I don't know what is going to solve that because for be sexual fetish, no, it can't be helped. There's no cure. There are hormonal imbalances, but you cannot cure it. Then no, what do you do? And how are you going to power up to pattern a sexual drive? The phone lines are opened now on 0790-844-3338, 0790-844-3338. Let's share our expectations and your expectations are advice, your experiences. So I'll be waiting to listen to experience and then how you got out of it, and then if advice has been so out of it, how you made it work with your partner. Especially I want people that have been through it and they work through it. I'll be very glad. So it's me working through the situation and then measures and answer mechanics or use it worked for them. I would be very grateful to hear that. So please, the phone lines are open. Call in and let's share our ideas. Okay, I have a first caller already. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Nyamia Dumbo call swear. Pacho didn't be a case free.
Komna Kase.
Komna. Okay. Me ma kwabana ji with submission war. I hope so would see a topic now would see me there.
Oh, the chill topic, no. Welcome to a hot digital.
Thank you.
Like a program you did. A program there. Inya a maba to share more. Emma meka sa ye mpenim for any young amamre empemu agro. I'm say only the church the friend presenter about the cancer we be friend of adult education.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mamin Kasi, me pese obi edemanu besi asembone.
Okay.
I think I'm say million of penny be free no true say empemu agro no ye friend no atinka. Obi anywhere uni atinka. Mao memo.
Mamin correct so na me pay three word for sexual drive and sexual drive na do
yeah, I don't know.
Atinka.
I don't atinka no.
Sa. Okay.
You were no afraid of atinka.
Okay.
Na you know a very mano na sem no. Enye a friend there da wo be ware no. Sada no de watinka no de en kan ho kra o. because what bread okoha enuanom otweon oyire ne busuafo otweon enti saada no de sa anajo ne a mo be ware no da mo be ware no de se anajo no se oba o be ma o se o pese mo be di mpem agro de na chese eno de we lose kra
okay
because mo be wie no na obia bre se yihian se ubekwa koda mpem no wa da ma de achi wansana ubedi mpem agro a wedi mpem agro na se o pese udi mpem agro mpem enum one day na chese unko adwuma na so wo adwuma kode a eno de 5 times in a day ni de hardly you were afraid that impossible
come me try no so my main rephrasing am be kakra so the whole conversation has got nothing to do with wedding day and adjune pay idea what the entire relationship and I say our we say what relationship and that's what we because you're not making say when sexual drive very high very high libido that no and fan also oh you man say you 8 hours you can say 8 and I say 12 hours in a day for work there can be fear about most high sexual drive you don't mind going 4-5 times in an hour or 2 hours they have time for that because no pay it's also my question here uko share obi sa na say wo won sa na mo back together say mo ba be warrior na say me bobra how do you go about this any question
no say you one partner no has got a problem because me I'll cite you an example embra me ye abrante no bem say 21 be share obi abi wo krom ha onu sa say onu ompe you were friend there foreplay enuane say ya no esu nsemu na onu wa wura dem enti meneno eco club unim say menene because o ye ya na be kwa adwuma be ba no nya na wura fi pepe di wi na chese ai asema wo kan na chese yigusu sa ti anopa no me sorry a me kwa adwuma kwa no na chese ese me ma no be ni nukura sa no be brief mercy abontin enti medu adwuma mu no no ma ese bete enti menene call club one Friday bi unim say club ho no ujambe ho bi hu ni bi obi si me kwakra boy ababoy ni ne me nyino uja wo me ho because no sani a ono ne sani a wo ka no ni lobido no it was so much say ni ameye di bia no man de ni ye
okay it's pass on
okoye kwa na ye mede
okoye na ye wode na after this beginning no mo ba be date no mo dey sa sa se mo nkomo wo be sa no because there man so much problem and I say man a big issue ne ye we don't communicating share your 7 can't ada no wo relationship man na say ba be warrior because obia fixated on okay me pekuno na say me pay no maybe we brush through yen di ho nkomo especially when it comes to your sexual life yen di ho nkomo one bit afobako remo no na enye na wuchim no expecting ma bebre but realistically no that is not what the person can offer you it's in a solution ipako we no woni ne discuss or catch us say na metie na say na me peme niama e ma wo so open say o metimi and I say
sometimes it doesn't happen that way. You finally say maybe a single, I'm a young man, also a young woman, and I be a mama club, and then we meet straight away. We bond together, and then we started having a one night stand.
So it started as a one night stand.
Well, yeah, okay. and then from there on, every day we are meeting and we having that kind of friend play. And there at that time, when you are so young, you have to sit down and discuss all what each one of you know has got that a high your friend a sex drive.
Yeah, sex drive.
Yeah. That does not come into the conversation. Well, until we realize say Dipa na be a what do one canon no it be a more percent more transit. I don't know it will take you maybe move it down to be a 1 year or so. But when you have that kind of a quick your friend 2-3 months your friend banter to banter no, and no, it doesn't really help.
Yeah, now okay. So you see where the problem comes from. I think
okay,
will be a problem free.
Can you come again?
Well, I'm saying, won't be a fair issue if in main child because from what you said, we shall the first 3 months. Obviously, you're excited into a sexual drive for the person is high, right? Now, even a natural in Nipakono is a natural sex maniac and as a sexually inclined person or pay. But because first month, second month, third month, you were apart, now we had your penal. Now, for 4th, 5th month, you relax. Then that's where the whole problem, because we were like saying, I didn't communicate my expectations. You also didn't tell me. So, okay, saying I'm a 10, I say ABC, I can't continue doing this. It just stops because the drive or the feeling you had for me, has subsided. So what am I saying? It's my problem is how do we, because we're looking for a solution to fix this whole problem. No, it starts from communications. And one communicates here. Hello.
Yeah.
One communicating from the beginning, right? Now for your baba worry you, Masha. Why you na me paying now for your worry we are. Untimi be enough with the Juma years Chris and my bread watch my bread. It takes a toll on the relationship. And I'm a boy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, the back home now I was a very young man. I'm not speaking like those because one thing be American, Ghanaian women shouldn't be offended. Young Ghanaian women, they are not very expressive.
That's right? True. That's the truth. It's a big problem.
Women are very expressive. Africa man also no. For other countries. I'm speaking at your friend. Ghana topic here.
Yeah.
Young Ghana man be brave. Woman is romantic.
True.
Woman in Manisha, woman be woman. Oba upese, unino, you said I woke say a obey per se, a sober bundle, sobano, the most woman.
Yet I feel okay, canon. I was all canon.
Yeah, and not the bonnet because me a young man will come hano. Emma, uko Juma Friday, not say, Oba and cow, not just so your bema.
But do you like that?
What you saw ya Baba will come how? What you say, what you say, Baba? Because sometimes you're quite Jumana or Bruniba. A Jumabune a kind of conway, you maybe say, hey, now, see, a more conway, dear, no more than obituary and say, dear, say, dear, Obano, say no pro, and now, or come a con, and I said, be you say, when you get to your, you were the high level of your friend there, not just say, Africa up the money. And Africa man, woman person man, because a TTO, a deal, would the African need Bashia, the many people may be a glossonier. But me, yes, but me, the sex drive never so. Say, I know, maybe I'm sorry, not said the bearman. Jedimua, a hammer green.
Okay.
Abusu will be a tremu. no me sorry again you know it me Dimrika and I'm me local you friend then I'm be say oh me sorry say this no see yes stress because me yare ni ade e na wo ko ifie ni ade nti no e no ama wo you know aba fem no because me no me baby amenyi edu no still be giamu but me ye eni ahoden a say me tell am e bia me pese me wo so no ntimi enyina ano but still me e wo mu a okudware a me ni nyina ko mission edware na chi
okay
se ni nanta mu kura efu no pese bi yima no me am timi friend say hey ele be hwe bi o me de pese wa nkasa bi nanta mu ana me motu emu ni ade.
Yeah, that's nice.
Now then you onye Ghana bi o because you Ghana for ma na me wo mo hia itita ma me yi abranti bi sine no wo keka wo wo de say e bi a ha ne wo tinti wo say the social media ne ne maniti no say no ye ma ya wo mo kum ha ani be ma no wo ba dwen no enti say yen a ye ti Ghana adan kokusa ye ba e no.
That's true. Okay.
Well, if you maybe you said ya me di share ya me ni ye say bia ele the shoe ele bia ojiramuka si me on map bia only Ghana na be Ghana nchen or see so would you say anajo fen bia grow so sure
okay
we here me can't tell the or say anajo nko na say you be pe mu agro ibi you are kekeke bi egu you asaso
okay
na offer me the amano ibi osi wo ibi a twitwimenai ana say oh disasra di na twitwimenai mame ho ano na aye meko bitimi ko shop ekoto wo friend the lingerie na me the abre no me say that dey we there wo share be say ono kasa o tv she because ono e actually me say hey na ayi bishes adi wan hu ana na msi o na so wan fredi en kase me fe wo best rubo oh
yeah
na ye ma di pi wo ha ye no mo transe ni ye no mo ware a o fi adware no ba no de toma chichere no ho
and I mean no sa no wo communicate wo ka what you say at this point you know me who say both say me wo Ghana member no so in the sense that I say you know your expectations with you trim you're planning the way you pay them but we don't communicate this expectations to your partners no and you a lot of issues as you said when it comes to relationship and sex you know Ghanaian women are very timid and it you're very timid when it comes to that because you intimate express on that level one look can maybe I would change you could make us say oh worry me it's a lot of things that boils down to sawe you know culturally and traditionally but and dates 2024 a woman sana money nyina yeden asesa and in kolano mu word James so mo ye chine omun dia grow they are not playing as you said. It's maybe problems is how do I want us to fix Sanya Mano and all will boil down to communication as you said. What you are doing in your home is working for you, which is absolutely amazing. And obviously as you mentioned, so you're in your Ghanaian. When you're Ghanaian, it's easier for you to love her. And I also feel sometimes remember now more outside the culture, no? You tend to treat the women better than Sankawari Ghanaian be treating her. And also, yeah, Debbie. No, I know you're another topic. Maybe say basic because they were callers of the line. I know you're another topic. I don't want to see me here.
I know they hold your horses because me back home hand. Not gonna form my leader, right? Now, me now for any the classmates are you see Ghana by I worry. Our woman Ghana for no. Out of about 28, you know, right? It's only and a woman more equal. But the rest of us in we are still holding on to a woman, you worry woman. Woman, so worry, woman far than a former ever any woman worry. I know I can tell you on authority.
Okay.
Yeah, because well, they you know obuchi na ye come for the bar a mother bar and woman complaining and a biku on the sea and a biku on the sea and a biku on the sea. Being yeah man because me to me me still many you create. They say they man woman. I come in the mirror. Almost every month, you could you call her, you rush up for me. So, when you gonna for Lema, said you tafache, we gonna for Lema 10. Age who say, who be someone say, one more year bra, and I say, one more girlfriend bra, and you then size that woman. Deep protocol, and a woman need. Woman to me, call shop move and cost a beer, they call you a friend, a may call shop move, up a beer, a mass section, send a photo, a bra, and then say a tuto, a dear brand. Because woman be
okay,
and also say it's so degrading. Say, you call. You were friend Donna Summer, Aquacoto, you puto or they are brand you.
Okay, all right. I'm going to make that was it because I call his age now. We know so you know you be trust so hanem, and then I would put make that was for submission and so as well because you've touched on a lot of topics. And kind of from next week, you know, it's part of conversation. So I'll still want you to put in your inputs next week as well because now we can and also about on next week's segment. It's no, that was me in Chawan also, but fetch me why the patcho.
Oh, okay. Yeah, didn't say at least that shouldn't be holding up for too long.
Yeah.
At least if there are other people, you give them a chance.
Yes.
But we have to make you welcome, and this program have to continue.
I would thank you. I'll try my best. Yeah, but me try say it would continue.
Okay.
But that's brave.
And I like your outfit in the studio.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay then. You're welcome.
Have a lovely evening.
Bye.
Okay. All right. I have another caller. Okay, Kingsbeats, let's go.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right.
Yes. I'm very happy for this program. I mean, I pray that God takes you higher because it's a very, very good program.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I was listening. And media I feel that when it comes to relationship, it should yes, as you said, communication. You know, but once the beginning of every relationship, especially Beman mention sex pet, maybe our banner fools as a Beman, or probably that's the only thing he's coming in for. Well, so a honor, these days is also a bit worrying to, you know, when you start a relationship and all of a sudden jump into, say you start to talk about sex. So there's of course, as you said, it's very, very important. Now, let me take it from this point. You are young, maybe 18, 16, 18, 20, to over 20s. The energy is there. Well, you know, but the energy is there. Say 5 rounds, 10 rounds, krana, ubitimi ako. But now, let's ask ourselves for how long? Because look, whether you like it or not, as a man, in man you're fine. But as a man, as you grow, your sexual drive or your sexual energy starts to drop.
Okay.
Well, that is normal, whether you like it or not. A 90-year-old man, any 20-year-old man, have sex. Age now, the two of them we are definitely not. The younger one will go longer than than the 90-year-old man. Well, so as you grow, things changes. So this is where you have to then think very fast. Even Bible nekra kai said, of course, is in Proverbs, and Proverbs there. This can be translated in so many meanings. Anyway.
Okay.
But now let me also lighten us a bit about sex. As a man, anytime you have sex, what we have to remember is that anytime you have sex and you ejaculate, the ejaculation and sperms is made up of all the good nutrients in your body.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So and because of that, it takes you a long time. Like it takes you days for that one round now. For you to regain. And no crown. And so would me did you so would die to near dear. If you don't look at those diets and good lifestyle now, you lose out.
Okay. Kobe, let me. You said something. Wait. Oh, let me not catch you. I want to make certain things clear. So, with sexual drive, as I said, we are talking about. It's not even about the energy right now, and that we're going to get into more because a lot of men tend to think that lasting long in bed is what sex is about. That is another whole topic we're going to do. Sexual drive is someone like me in particular. For example, me personally sitting here, I would want my partner, especially someone I'm in love with, and if we are married, I would not want a longer marathon. You can touch me about 5 minutes, and I would want to have sex more than 3 times in a day. That's just who I am. But in 5 minutes, it shouldn't go more than 5 minutes. I'll be pissed after 5 minutes. Does anyone go for be more? They have high. It's a natural thing that you can't even cure. It has got nothing to do with energy. Their sex drive is so high that every 2 minutes they are wired to, feel something or want to sleep with you. And when you go and meet somebody, such a person, whether being a man or a woman in a relationship, it's hard. Hence, the reason why a lot of people tend to cheat, because if you're not being satisfied in the relationship, you go out looking for a side chick, a side dude, whatever, to make you feel better. The main problem is like, it's not even just the energy. At the end of the day, sexual compatibility also goes along with that. People that
I understand, but it still boils down to old age as well, because in Penny.
Why are we putting everything on old age? Why are we not communicating?
No, this is the reason that I'm saying that ABI says, as we are talking, Mesha Oba now, Medi 19, Oba knows probably 18, and we are going to get married. Now, anything I do today, I have to look at the future. Sort as here.
Okay.
So I'm not looking at it's not. I'm not saying old age, and I say no, but it's just putting a planner. We can go to the end of our lives. Sort as here. I think you so younger and then older. Now, when you get to that age, after one round, it can even take you maybe 2 days for you to regain. So then it boils down to compromise. Say, okay. Say, you've made love 1 or 2, and you've realized, say, okay, your partner has got that high
sexual drive.
So then I think the two of you have to sit down, because look, as a man, you are the head of the family. I don't believe a man being dumb and not stupid. Excuse my language.
Okay.
You need to be ahead of issues. So for me, I will sit you the lady down and I mean talk to you about life in general. So because relationship, look, even love making is not only about penetration.
Exactly. We talked about it. As I said last week, it starts from, it's a mental thing. There's a whole, it boils down from mental, how you even treat me as a woman, how I treat you as a man. The things it's a lot of things that boils down before we have sex. So if you want the best of sex and you want to, right now my problem, because there's one thing, I don't know if you listened to the story I shared about the lady and the guy that just got married. Obano had a sexual fantasy, because people weird fantasies. You meet people, and because you're not communicating, once you're in the relationship, you start realizing that, okay, this is not something I want, but you're already committed in a way that you can't step out. So this woman is somebody that wants to be bitten under her armpit. And mind you, they were in a church. They are Christian. They were a Christian couple. So they dated for 2 years without having sex before they got married. And then the man just found out on their wedding night that, okay, this is what his woman is into. And he was very devastated because we'll say or Oprah or Obano, but Obano so pay. Exactly. And she wants to bleed. She wants to see blood before she can actually. And that's what I'm saying. This is not. You need to, because these are expectations because they're in the church. They didn't communicate. They didn't talk about these things. When you meet somebody and you're getting to know in the dating stage, I believe and I feel you need to communicate. This is who I am. Exactly. These are what I expect in my sexual life. When you're going to be intimate with me, this is who I am as a person. Communicate that exactly to you, whoever you're going to want to get involved with. If they want to do it, you have given them the red light. It's a decision or a choice you give them to make. So it's something Ghanaian women or men, we don't do in our African culture. We don't do. But if you go and find another culture or somebody else, they are blunt. They just tell you, I like to be peed on. I like you to vomit on me for me to be aroused. There are a lot of things that people are into. So you need to make sure you're clear enough on these expectations. But unfortunately for us as African women, because I am like my vision now, okay, my end goal is the ring. I need to act right for me to get the ring. I don't need to say anything. Maybe I'm a kasa, or because say Marseille, or because say, and then after Yako Remwe, things are not what I expected because we didn't have the communication. Exactly. And this is where, that's what I'm trying to say. So the whole question for tonight was, should you compromise on your sexual or your partner's sexual drive, or?
Yes, because relationship is all about compromising.
Sure.
Because we are all coming from different backgrounds altogether,
Yeah.
So definitely there are some of my ways will not be appropriate for you.
On next week's
same as you also.
Okay.
So all we have to do is, okay, let's, this one, dear Charlie, too much. You're reducing the kakana, say, you're free. Wow, the same say be a me suba be wa or no so can say, oh, Charlie, when so dear too much is either we reduce it or we take it out. So it's all about compromising. Now, so we are bar. Na udo wukno na person wukno live longer. Please, when it comes to sex, look for other ways, to try and learn, I think that we need to have a program on other ways to actually satisfy one another.
Yeah, it's coming. It's in the topics as well. It's there, so we're on that.
From penetration,
But women don't like, I'm speaking from a woman's perspective, most of us don't like the penetration. I'm telling you. Most of us don't like, because as I said, for a woman, sex is mentally. Sex is suspicion. I don't need to know where you're touching or what you're going to do next. If the next thing you're going to do is just to penetrate or put your dick in me, it's a problem. Then I'll lay there and then watch you and come. But anyway, that's going to be another conversation for another day. For now, no. The whole thing is, the question for tonight was, should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive? But here's the case. What if you, the man, you're on a 10. Your sexual drive is on a 10. And your lady is somebody that would just like to be touched like once a week. Because I say we put so much pressure on the women, forgetting that, as you said, the men are the head. A woman is not supposed to, when it comes to sex, now men have to do 70% of the job. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Exactly.
70% of the job is not you humping or you climbing on me and pam. No. It's preparing me mentally, loving me correctly, making sure my emotions are in the right place, making sure like you've stimulated me emotionally enough for me to be available and be open to whatever that we're going to be doing in the bedroom.
Exactly. And I think that is what a lot of African men lack.
They do not know how to do it.
We don't learn. We don't learn from that point of view. Sort as you know, because trust me, I don't know. I think I have a lot in my mind, but we need to really look at the other ways. You know, women also can be happy.
Yeah, there are so many ways, I'm telling you. And I'm going to bring all of it because there will always be brave or as women. No, it's not just the humping and making you happy. I personally sitting here, I don't even like the penetration. Like, it just annoys me to the core. It's not what I like. But sometimes I will share a partner that likes that, so you would have to compromise and you have to just sit through it.
Because he doesn't know the other ones. This is all he knows.
Yes, but teaching them to, they're like, what is this? What is this? Men are not open.
Men in general has got that ego. Say, who about then I'll me, you know, he's a man. Oh, you know.
Anyway. Yeah, but I mean, we would I'm happy because this is the whole purpose of this show is to actually work and fix more relationships that break here because of things that we can actually work through. Like a man be brain ego and a man also. I think Ghana man. Oh my God, me man there. The segments are different because I have a pan. Say you tell me and say ya depa and they have a problem. But I can't blame all as I said, relationship in a 50-50 work. Obia is effort. Into no kusha obia or you're willing to do the work. It makes life easier for you to do the work. But okusha obia or no, it's my way or no other way now. And they are a problem no.
Exactly.
We would work on it, and I'm hoping I pray say like this program would actually save a lot of relationships and marriages because it's my aim, not just to sit here and then
unless people don't want to learn, but if really you want to learn, this program should be able to help you.
Because we don't speak about these things in our part of the world now. You feel culturally, and I want us to break that norm and make things right, because there's nothing wrong for you to be funkier in the bedroom if you're a woman. Like, there's nothing wrong. Just communicate, talk about these things. And our edge will be, I say, every conversation is supposed to be had from the dating stage. Make sure you call your first dates for a meal, for coffee, We need to talk about everything: finances, sex, kids. Like if life throws a sickness at us, how are we going to solve? But so many times, and we are so fixated on the feelings we're having, the endorphin, oxytocin that is being released in our system, because we are excited to meet this person or talk to this person. We don't look at any other thing, but just the feeling of me staying on the phone and talking about nothing with you. Why? So I am saying, I in my own opinion, I feel like these things are supposed to be discussed from the very first day, so that we all know what we are walking into. If it's something I can do, I will do it. If it's something I cannot do, you have given me the opportunity to choose to either stay and compromise or walk away, and that should also be fine.
Because if you're in a relationship and you can't compromise, then come on, I don't know how you understand love to be, because love is all about compromising.
Yeah, but a lot of men don't compromise, because if their wife is falling short on someplace, that's when they go out to look for side chicks and look for other women to, satisfy what they don't have. And that's obviously they will tell you now as a mema su, but some mema su no meaning maybe a nyankopon e catches a mema said they have the right to have Sasubine about buy dear Musu and also another topic anyway. Bro, anyway, like I'll thank you. That was King's Beat. That was for your contribution for tonight.
Thank you too.
Thank you for listening to me as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Bye. All right. Internet for Sir Afena will joining me. Still on the discussion of should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive, and what do you do if no partner and you're compatible sexually? And now your two callers now have a great submission on what to do. As I said, Bibia boil it down to communication, and obviously some compromises will have to be made because une obi wo honomna e bia monye the same on certain level. Now maybe I think say you are supposed to express these things rather than hiding it and then taking so many things after one day. No, I quite exploding. People have even lost their lives when it comes to this. Because sexual tension is very, very bad. It takes a toll on you. Sexual tension, if you are tensed sexually, now you can't even express yourself to your partner in a way you feel say you'll be understood. Partners just because of all these tensions. And the whole purpose of the show is to make us work through these things, and then as a community we will do better, being a woman or being a man. I think I will join me. Thank you and welcome to the relationship show where we discuss or talk about love and life. Where love meets life actually. Or submission. And the topic no be me sense so it's a thing I will join me. It's should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive, and what do you do if you and your partner are not compatible sexually? But yeah, bra Kobe Frey, he gave his submission on the fact that you should be a bit romantic and speak as well. Tell your partner what you are expecting. And then Kingsby so Frey, and he was, as he said, it all boils down to communication and compromising. And I think obviously one would have to compromise. Whoever has to compromise is between the partners, but a middle ground would have to be found now. Reach it to that agreement. Because at the end of the day, relationships is all about compromising. But if you're going to compromise, it would affect who you are. So that is where a conversation needs to be had. If it's not, I'm not saying it's a do or die affair. It's not a do or die affair, but if you can't do certain things, you should actually walk away for your sanity. And yeah, man also as Makan can say, Mesrem, which I'm not born upon because more na mo set pace no our relationship more na mo crying. Na kopon command mo no or command mo say mo na mo you should love us as Christ loved the church. So if say we share oba, obviously baby, first 2 seconds obama share first they don't see your character. It's the attraction that they see. All they are thinking about is taking you to bed first. How good you're going to be in bed. You're better than now. And then the first thoughts. But as time goes on, after he takes a liking to you, then obviously a relationship starts. I'm not saying that's how it is for everybody, but most of the times, sana is shy. When you be shy, say na more best date, and I think say, maka sense is subium. Communicate. I will say communicate, and I will express. Say, let's learn to be expressive. Yen senior. A bit simi, and so I can't drink a banner and pema growing sexual fantasies. No, say, be a you will be a jail bow. You inflicted pain on you, and son, I said, what climax, and I said, one bar. Let your partner know. So we will be a womb penetration. You prefer to have more like mental sex, and I say foreplay, and I say fellatio. Explain to your partner, let them know if they love you enough and they're willing to walk through that situation with you. Now, if they love you enough, they should be willing to walk through that situation with you. As we said, we have to compromise. Something has to give, and something has to go. It's, if so, what join me in Swa, but the phone lines are still opened. It's 0790-844-3338. My uncle Facebook, I'm going to share because the online viewers know I can't share all my ideas. Let me see what they are saying now. Okay. Some KGH says, good evening, great job. Most Ghanaian women always want the guy to do everything. It is not fair on us, so sometimes it would be nice if the lady tease the guy and starts. It's good to communicate with your partner. If you have problem with sexual issues, it will help find some solutions. Okay, so this is coming from some KGH who is actually watching us on Facebook. And the submission here say a man a jabi bia to man so. Now it would be good say, we communicate if or sexual issues are we communicate these issues to your partner now. Find a solution to it. And I think it's actually the truth, because at the end of the day, BBI in life boils down to communication, and your programming will be based on, because if you don't communicate, how is your partner going to know what's in your head? Onye a magician, pie with shame, so you need to communicate your feelings. So obviously, many are gonna man. I'm saying, no boy, chim premature. Mamu family sensitive. Mr. Mopa, let's set up. Yeah, set it up. And then social media phone you could tell, it has a lot of pros. As a one negative, it has a lot of positives as well. For sure, maybe there are a lot of things ube strange. If say empono, unyo bia ube timia kana oferu kunwa. There are so many videos online where people are talking about this. You take a snippet, you send it to him and be like, babe, this is how I may feel it. We'll share a video. What do you think? All of these ways, would help you express yourself. And remember also say a catcher more me show mumamu ego no any the embra form. Now we receiving in a way where it would be beneficial for both parties. And yes, then out of because your ego is bigger than your life, you get upset. And then it's actually. Don't deflect. My problem more. I hope I'm still waiting for you to call in and share your experiences. I've had some interesting, conversations in Umewe with Ebra, Kingsbeat and Kobe. The phone lines are open, so we need phone lines now. Message is Subium. It's 079084 43338. 079084-43338. And the landline so is open. It's 020-812-36209. 020-812-36209. Okay, do I have a caller? Hello, good evening. Me pasho within any baby I'll pass you free.
Your boy.
Yeah, bye bye, Aquaba.
Okay.
It's Aquaba, and you may.
Yeah, Mama, quick, even. Differences, a dorsal. One culture, baby, there's a difference in there. So now the whole thing, and I feel so. Ordinary girlfriend, boyfriend, totally different from marriage.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a difference in India. And the Musa Krana, in fact, the whole thing to me, they started from Sebusa, brain work, culture, one example, Fancy Ghana. The TTF, most compound houses are all Ghana, and then I mean there. But for a long time, but me, she said, be a compound house will be a new Fuguabonte. Whether you are married or not, a normal. Youngest, youngest cultural dances are all Ghana. But you're to be a good look for we knew for go about your this.
Okay.
Over also a totally different. It's a difference in the doors. Even a difference our him. There's a difference, no. And in your own way, be a friend courtship. Yana me taka, by your friend courtship. Period number the court, and more reduce a gap, no. Difference na motion mudia grow up more reduce. Sir.
But Bampacho no. Would say like topic now made it to Jana Joe, you know. It was basically say what do you do? Do you have to compromise on your partner's sexual drive? Sexual drive in a year. You
do when you have to go through courtship, no.
Yeah, but I want to make us we don't talk about these things. Say ube family. Say obia expectations in relationship here different. Your expectations were like, okay, this girl. I've had a lot of get where you're cute, or you say obey good in bed. What planning yama would change that? But only mean the income what you say.
And I make us a word no, meaning so the word na make us courtship na. Period no. Anna, more discussing with me to be eventually by the time be worry no. More part. No, we said Ghana said family ebushon e worry you, and you individuals na worry family. And therefore, obi who abontia on expectations. And you know, it na marriage in there. Mago to courtship na. After parting room, sex will deal more parting. It will be BBC or be breaking relation part. The other one knows. Or what to be the other cancer or penicillin menu. So be outside. Something different because they're partner.
But sex is a partner, then it becomes a partner.
Follow partner what will be a dream muscle outside the partner.
But always have an example of like always have an example of like I just want a detailed example of what you're trying to.
Some 3 days intervals or weekly or even what procedure I'm go to and I make us say the moment a partner no compromise one a break power so be outside. Because the partner what dreaming now is already tuned to that partner. And then I make us say so we go to courtship there will mean internal the woman relation best say no you know it will that by what channel the when near to give a final yes or no you know it already.
Okay.
But na me say Ghana me more example say obabia look muti but you say even in marriage there's a culture oba cry you don't go fully naked. There is your culture there even in marriage the sex no even during sex oba you don't go fully naked because
Ghana
oba status is put up very high as some holy adibi. It the difference is in there so but no one to to courtship no na mo partner no
okay
no more difference in there so and even for rich people cry no you say Ghana say I for public obi ni ye public na ni hu oyireda or he kesepam ana escafo kesepam obi ni hu oyireda you know so but no public will see you.
And it doesn't affect. It doesn't affect your sexual drive. So my main because I don't want us to
okay, Martin, the Mitchell say. Now see eventually mummy no go to courtship no more to suit a partner. That's it. It is the moment partner no me once a more partner what being done and masone.
Yes,
because I do a brain work. A brain work. I'm moving three different cultures, but we go to courtship in there. Where do we a courtship?
Me try one. Me because me say bisa so me dey I send it to you about you know maybe our within 2 months or pursue mujai because or court say a Christian brother and sister. For 2 years.
I saw the no. Me
person my storyline na fe what say baby I didn't free.
Yeah, cosmetic.
We dated for 2 years.
Yeah.
Oma have sex and so na mukwa worry. Omo worry on their wedding night no. The lady no e was sexual fantasy je okay kana mutum ansana. Okay ka e kana mpo na nya ka bi keke wo so upra na mamuja tu no ansana obey satisfied. And
I saw the also man yes sex before marriage yes and
almost date here but on the courted but they didn't sleep they didn't have sex before marriage.
Any sex in there.
But omo worry no ni kuna discover say na me yere etie. I just say when on any record de bia age okay kano. E ma moje tu no na moto na e keka no so na one specific place na moto
and kroma abofo no.
That's what I'm trying to say. The problem is here and the question right now is should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive?
Yeah, during cause I saw the end that tricky woman say also maybe there but no sex and them say na would just no. But then that apart from that, some go through courtship there. Because we say, or baby why you grown from Kuala, on crowd himself, or our or Konomi nipa and mat 2 or 3 in the cover that from day one. Kuala baby knows. Ghana will say more common. When you have 4, 2 or 3 girls up. You know, one man. My brain is already tuned to where I'm baby. And I saw the sex in the names sometimes, but no more now your brain is tuned from childhood to certain yeah. No, Ghana will say Akra knows. Toys or the baby grow from Nkolamu now. Say on your mom, you know it already on your brain. Okay, bye bye. Good night.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, it's here for if you're just joining in now. It's the relationship show where we talk about love and life, and the topic for tonight's should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive, and what do you do if you're not compatible with your partner sexually? We've had a few submissions here and there on market count, but then again it all boils down to communication. And now can say if it's a million man Ghana for money boy because almost say expressive enough when it comes to sex. And obviously, men are wired that way. Say, okay, they will just start saying things. I can't wait to have you in bed. I can't wait to. Men are wired that way. They can easily tell you. But at day na man, see your other fantasies, and I say your expectations be in a sexually. We don't talk about it. And I'm playing man in Pongkwan. So, man is baby. I know what sexual fantasies be, and onka makwa warrior. As I'm starting, I'm more intimate. Not fair. It may be PPA, like I didn't sign up for this. But then again, okay, there's another caller online. Let me just answer this. Good evening. Let me pass you with Dini Baby Alcase free.
Good evening, you're from Malam.
Hey, Malam, Aquava view.
Yeah, so good evening. So
good evening.
It's your program now. Topic now, we'll see based on your example, and I said where it's coming from. I worry for our worry without having sex during their dating for 2 years. Then after the marriage, and I say no, ban person okay can.
Yeah, but it's a general thing. So, do you have to compromise on your partner's sexual drive? So, forbidden the sexual drive is very high. If I say, for example, woman, I'm say, partner, and so we bet that 10 times in a day. By Reynolds, won't see me 10 times. Wait me once a week. Then I was away.
Now, I don't know. You see the point. Before marriage, say to me, dating all these issues will be trashed out before marriage.
A lot of times it doesn't look like that,
either during courtship or during marriage. The compromise should be decided on at what stage. The compromise now is a relation. So all the nitty-gritty will be exposed during whichever stage we got to. What do you mean, Sharon?
But Malam Pachumincha, when him say a lot of people are good at hiding, especially Emma, we will just keep quiet.
See, all the nitty-gritty will be trashed out at our beginning or the early stages before we develop into anything. Now, what do you see me? And they cheer me if there's no compromise here. There won't be compromise. It would be see me. And then I come to find out later. Then how can I compromise on something like that? Are you getting me?
Yes.
I have my personal desires. I have my personal problems. Now, between another relationship, and like I said, then we are not honest in our relationships, no. And they go worry, no. If you are honest in the relationship from day one, what do problems in a basic form? I'll put you on the table. And I'm going to two tables. So then that is where we know ourselves. Our negatives and our positives. Then we will not see which one can we handle, which one can we compromise on. How can we solve the problem before we go into deep relation and to accept each other as partners? Now, so how did you see me between teeth? Then later me, how am I going to compromise on that thing? Which is possible, you could have told me from day one. Then you would see me for what reason?
But Malam,
why would I compromise on that?
Malam, but let's be realistically, no. Where maybe I'm moving here, Ghana for one.
Yes.
And we don't tend to have conversations on this particular topic when it comes to sex. We don't talk about it, especially in man. We are not even expressive enough on what we want and how we would even like to be touched. What I said, thinking, okay, obviously the man would have to. There's a notion, so there's a sexual education. There's a notion, so okay, Beman was a sebi and the quarter swan or penetrating, and that's just it. It's enough for me. We don't talk about it, but as times go on, so now we're in the back until 1, 2, 3 years. I feel okay. I'm bored. This is not what I signed up for. But also, Swana, you cannot.
Now say this is not what I signed for. When did you sign it? 3 years ago, you signed. So why did you wait till 3 years and some of the say this is not what I signed for?
That's
because from year 1, no, Sakotinian and OJ. Year 2, Sakotinian and OJ. And through year 3, I know say this is not what I signed for. How do you compromise on that? Why didn't you say even year 1, the first day, Crampo, who continue on the first day, who say, yeah, no, the you just say, David, they will mean to me.
Now, almost have sex. Yeah, Christopher now. So shall be a wound. That is
where we have a problem. And also, Crampo, your friend said, Christopher, to tell example, they fought for 2 years without sex.
Yeah, 2
years.
Then
after marriage, then you continue on say, got in so. The sex drive are so. How can you compromise on that? How can you compromise on
what
that?
Do you do?
And tell me what here.
Would you walk away?
You can what? However, young friends are continuing to come out. Will you sit down there and die? Will you say because of our and I say church marriage, religion, will you stay and die? And you know, will you say also you don't even like penetration?
No.
So will you stay in that sad situation? Say they want to be penetrated too?
No, I feel like I would talk to my partner about it, and they would have to find a common ground.
Now, tell me the other. Or not penetration. Who won't pay penetration? How do you find a common ground?
I said,
how do you find
we meet halfway.
I don't see how you meet halfway.
You will.
And about to mean penetration, and I'm a penetration. How do you see that? How do you? Me, honestly speaking, I don't know how. So say number of times, frequency. That's where you can compromise. Now, they also won't penetrate the quad year. How do you
No, we would compromise. We need to that's what I'm saying, say compromise no matter what relationship be anywhere, even in business, whatever you do in life.
There's compromise, but there are specific ones we cannot compromise. Also, you have penetration now, we can want them. You don't want penetration
but penetration has got nothing to do with my sexual drive. So if penetration, one. Not even the other things I want you to do to me. Wait. The other things you have to do to me, it will get me the main penetration. Let me correct you. Main penetration doesn't mean that I would not do it at all. Like I wouldn't do it. It's something I don't enjoy. Let me make that clear. If me enjoy Sana, you have to do the things that I enjoy for me to also give you what you enjoy. If you enjoy penetration, okay,
that means that you want something to enable you to allow penetration.
Yes.
Now you don't say you don't want penetration, but you want something to take place before penetration.
Yes.
That is why you are revealing yourself to the man. This is why we put me in mood for you to penetrate me.
But when you reveal the things you want,
I know it is even the point to discuss each other. I know because everyone should put everything on the table, no. Until the one and some of the penetrating me, say, oh, yeah, me say, lick my ears, touch my ear, my ear. Then I'll be in the mood. But who the one who fell over cancer has a children of corona? Obey them. You see that one, you are exposing yourself to the man to know you very well sexually.
But we don't talk about this, Malam. We do not. The problem is we do not talk about this in our society.
That's our problem. We should learn to know to do that. So they are here. We should learn to know to do that. And maybe will be someone say, oh, give me a year more. And also, on yes or no.
Yeah, because we are afraid. Oh, yeah, it's true. You're sure to bruise your ego,
but
because
it's
usually
compromising. It's for you to be able to expose yourself and feel free to express yourself. It's not compromising, no. You are helping the person, or you are asking the person to find out that they may compromise when they go home. They will not even answer.
It's in the process, no, Malam. Let's be realistic. In the process, you are with your woman who hits it, but then again, no. Because I think it's meant to you try to act like you don't know what is going on. Because from Oba any and then the will be received, you will know whether she likes it or not, regardless of whether Obi or no.
Me and I'm sure you so. And I'm seeing the expression. I'm maybe so say, "Hey, you're there, not saying you're there." And how will I know?
It's can there be now what would happen?
Okay.
So if you can say, okay, they are here and pay, then obviously no.
Honestly, me as a person, no my jai.
You see,
no my jai. Straight up, me as a person, no. Me, you don't know. Me, we are all human beings, different. And me, I make say, I'm speaking for myself.
Okay.
As soon as you show the negative aspect, no, to the negative one, my give the free so.
But so you see, Malam, let's hold it right here because this is the problem. All be some questions said, "Dear me, and whoop pay." No, or said there be. You said I'm a penna. You see, your automatic defense mechanism was
no.
Major.
Would I be happy? Oh, I won't continue to that. That is why I'm saying that it will just stop me. I won't force myself onto it. It will just stop me there.
So why should your first? Why should your first?
I will not do. I will continue.
Okay, fine, Malam. So, but why should your first thoughts be okay? Major, I mean, continue. Instead of you asking, okay, babe.
See, dear me, and won't pay. Then what? Dear me, and me pass me say, let's stop it.
Don't stop it. I don't know. Business and say, Oba, say na open say me no. How do you want me to touch you?
What should I ask you a question?
You see the problem, Malam. You are part of our big societal problem.
From day one or day one. First day, I'm going to compile Quampono. The Saturn will want to be and no one of the can answer me. Oh, me penny say, even for myself, now let me give you a good example. I say, man, who say, yeah, who come earlier, Matthew can say, and remember, because you're bad, I wouldn't use all didn't come pass.
Yeah, that's how you're wired from the first.
That is good. I know I'm a so. Now, we do go to Panoswa. Ah, Jamie, you don't penny. Who know better than me penny, and penny say. On my side, no, because of my, what will you call that word? The desire to achieve my aim, no. But you need your old panel because I was also seeing me doing compo for the first time, no. On the first day of the compo, the fact that we have the desire of my mind is set on 7 million compano. Into the two panel compo, say, we're all in our first. But because his aim is to get the final result. Into on the first day, we can control Bemba. Because now you answer on over comparison. So you have the upper hand to determine the way ever so. And he will do. A man will do from day one. Obey from that day.
You think so? But sex and so and I make her say so from the things you said. This is the problem we women, I'm speaking for, I'm standing in for women, we have with our men.
For men as well,
we have with men.
For me in particular.
Yeah, we have with men. Because one, you said, say, in the middle of the sex, say, we'll have sex, and we'll be some say, oh, there may no bow open, I may can't there be. Your first, no, wait, I'm just trying to quote you. So your first defense, and answer your defense mechanism will be, okay, ube jai. Ube you are drinking for so unyebium. And then again,
no, we're not meaning during penetration.
During penetration,
I'll ask you to open a sense.
Okay.
I will continue doing regardless the honor canon. And yes, that's what I'm saying. My man will go off. And yes,
okay.
The pastor said, I will not continue. Say, me do the me do the I know I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
No, that's a buffon David. Also, I'll pause.
Okay.
I won't continue regardless.
Oh.
But then, the next time we say open and saying, I'll just ask because I don't want to stop.
Okay.
But Obano will only match the open. Some of them will not even say anything.
Yeah, because we are not wired that way. Sometimes, no, what we are thinking, no, maybe especially like if I tell this man all of this, I'm going to bruise his ego. We just try to respect your ego and not to hurt you, know, because it's difficult. I'm speaking for women.
That's what I'm saying. From day one, we should be able to discuss this all among ourselves. Everything should be discussed. But as we are growing in the marriage or in the relationship, no, there will be a difference. Then that's what we will have to reveal. Don't even hide it. So come say, so you all know that the echo. You don't pretend that say okay. Like your example you gave me, that one I just don't understand it. Or person okay cano.
Yes, I don't know a fetish show. You uncle be brave.
I want to go phone that with day one.
Obi wa person wo dun so go ne so. Obi wa person wo fi go ne so. Like
that is not what I'm married now. That's not I mean say me guy worry and straight I know there.
It's say I can't show that from the beginning. So say okay. These are my sexual fantasies. This is what I'm into as a woman.
I don't even need that relationship. I will just walk away.
Okay.
This is what I say. Before marriage, I'll walk away. Then so you prove marriage in Kwampuna and I'll still walk away. Because how I can do that? What are you talking about? Am I crying?
Okay, into the person you near bear manager on walking away.
Oh, maybe I'm here because I mean to me, I'm talking for myself.
A marriage of just less than 2 months.
You and you'll be bleeding before I make love to you. No, for what reason? I didn't try.
But that's what the person likes. This is what she likes.
I don't want to do that. No. Well, how will you feel? They say it's a given quantity. Then you go and find somebody who can do that, or not me.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay. All right. If you're just tuning in or joining in, it's the relationship show where we talk about love and life. Okay. Yeah. Call us about my submissions be brave. As he said, you have to talk or communicate whilst in the courting and also in the dating process. You have to make sure communicate with sexual drive and your fantasies in it too, or with your partner. You give them the opportunity and the choice, for the opportunity to make a choice or a decision to be with you or not. If you have a high sexual drive and you have a high libido, communicate this with your partner. If you want to be made love to 50 times in a day, realistically, it's possible for other people. It doesn't it's really possible. If that's what your sexual drive is, that's what you demand as a person, being a woman or a man, communicate this, because communication would set us free from a lot of bondage idea as relationship in marriage. Partner communicates here. It goes a long way, because then you have given them the opportunity to make that choice and the decision to be in the relationship with you or not. I think so. No, your partner is not being a woman and also men. No, you communicate here. Try and be in the space to receive it, no matter how bad and better. And I say, try to understand where the person is coming from. Also, I'll base everything on delivery. Or communicate here is how you deliver the message to your partner. And receiving it well. Until I think we've had a very a good conversation, and I think the advice and then the communications that came through, the submissions that came through, were all based on the fact that we all need to communicate. If I think I will join him here, we're just talking about whether you should compromise on your partner's sexual drive, and what do you do if you're not compatible with your partner. Now, my story be too. Just say your Christian brother, your sister, be on my worry. Just 2 months, I think it's less than 2 months basically, but almost dating for 2 years without sex, and in the relationship, I'm worried in the honeymoon nights, or be man find out say, and he really likes to be bitten. I was so okay, cuddle when I'm with him and sana. What pleasure? What man the pleasure? That kind of, and yeah, but she needs that pain. She derives pleasure from pain, And I bet my nose is because most of the time, I was okay cut the urine for her to bleed, and it's very uncomfortable. He's torn between whether living the marriage, but mind you, it's a church thing. Almost a Christian brother and sister, so he doesn't know how and what to do. But Abraham, I'm saying, no, work it out, and. What would you do? But at the end of the day, these are things that we need to talk about in our relationship, in our day-to-day life. Share will be from the very beginning. Now, please and please, once again, communicate your expectations, communicate your fantasies, communicate the things you like. And sana sati bien, because since I communicating maybe brave and I'm sure saying would be in a situation as is here and I say in and a lot of wrong marriages have led to that. The brainer a committed suicide, they being so a kunkumomo partners, and it's hard, it's disheartening. Okay, there's a caller. Good evening. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. My pastor Woodin and never be our case friend you may.
Your friend Yao.
Yao.
Yeah.
Okay, Yao. Pastor, what case friend?
Make a free consular.
Okay, Hansel, welcome. Yeah, Pastor. So what's topic in any submissions now you're having it so far now?
I will see.
Okay.
I came in the middle. I heard you talking about it. About Obabia or Christian program or warrior or bad fantasies. I say
yeah, okay, no, but then again, yeah, the topic is should you compromise on your partner's sex drive? And what do you do if you're not compatible with your partner?
For me, but if it was me, I would have known this at the beginning of the relationship. After I had to draw myself.
How would you have known?
Okay, because say only about who sell about for Krana, only yourself, only you go into relationship. You talk about a lot of things. You don't just go and talk about don't tell her here alone. You need to appreciate.
Okay.
You talk about a whole lot of things before it will get to that point. So okay, and then actually you talk about a whole lot of things. If all these conversations have to come up within your friendship period, and it could do points over Papa. I don't know how they got to that point. Obeka say, "On to me, you know." Any choice, but I would have known this for me to make a decision. Say whether I will continue or I will not continue.
Okay.
Because before only about the call, it relation you just to be cry. Obeka say, if you are not going to have sex for 2 years, what conversations were you having? Be proud to that our game.
But when say your coach, like you're part of the world, especially Ghana for your man, your man. During the dating process, we don't really talk about these things. Like, I know you would only listen to the man telling you. But you say, I say, may struggle to hear you, Kakram, Pacho. Hello. Hello. Yeah, Pacho, yeah. Safedemi. What's your name now? Majority, 90% of your population. And your member no one make once a man, we've not been wired to be expressive when it comes to sex.
Let me say when your baby call into relationship,
okay.
Things has to be talked about. To me, because we are Christian, into your body, more friend, more can forgive us our trespasses. The Lord's Prayer, and I say John 10:30, and I say Matthew 14:40. That be.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you got your money for baby, you didn't buy any, say worry no. But if you know that this is the lady I'm going out with, I'm going to marry in future.
Okay.
What conversation were you having? Because a whole lot of things. Every day you have different things to talk about, and sometimes you try to go wayward. So sometimes ordinary no, if you ever catch yourself trying, can your opinion actual, and also can your opinion actual. What do I say? I don't know the kind of conversation on the Obani have it.
That's what I'm trying to say because Obia pairing also Oba warrior, yeah, man, for example. So, I think most of the times, because we are so blinded by the feelings now you're having, we're just excited to talk to this person. I'm just excited to do life with you. And we ignore a lot of things. We ignore a lot of conversations. We don't even talk about finances. We don't talk about, never be aware.
They are working in a structured form. But if me to simply say, who are with you, me power, and as a person no call out. The session will be different. Even in the friendship stage, I'll come as a nice guy talking to you nicely.
Okay.
Like as time goes on now, we build that relationship now, laughing about your friendship in the conversation will move to another level. So it's in stage to move to another where you'll be talking about your sex life and what you want and what you don't want, and you understand. So at a point, you need to talk about these things. If you Bemano on to me, also walk here, I'll walk away because me say no about many we ye be me it is or say a person reading my moja, but I don't before.
But that's no pay. That's and money pleasure. And I make her say, there are a lot of people that are into different things. And yes, sex is not.
I know they are sex fantasies. I know that there are sex fantasies. More they like some strange things. Yes,
and they don't pay.
But it's a meaningful relationship. Means to me, I can't go to that.
And that's fine. That is fine because.
Me boy some many why baby. It is sex about also no sex Obama or the Bema no what two why we shoot wrong shot.
Exactly.
He can
exactly
walking away. I just walking away because on to me I saw walking away because also who said when initially answer or into rare marriage. Me they say me for me before me my wife.
Okay.
Sex drive be high.
Now sex drive be high, and that's your wife. What do you need high?
Me relationship. Anytime be a baby say be get it. But me worry then now. I feel the other in China 10 be am person me bono. Untu say no complaining na my bed I did no as on my reference I did draw and that's it was into me will say at a point to adjust myself. If I love her I have to adjust myself to suit her to make my relationship work. It is sometimes you need to compromise. Put doing because I ten be out or the colors no on pekwa now the tata no that be. Sometimes you need to adjust yourself to make a relationship work. Unless I won't tell but about open or person and bob there should be an adjustment. But Bemano or just own to me adjusting to that situation now. I saw okay away.
Okay, that's exactly what I was just trying to because let me pay will be our experiences that so what sexual high driver not per se partner share. I just wanted to know if you have to compromise. But at the end of the day, in your kind of story, because I know that this is the last one, and not main chawano. What did you do? So did you even ask your wife why she was complaining all the time? Maybe you're not woman sex not a routine. There's not a lot of different things that you bring.
Me say papa bi baka say was say mo schedule we are 3 days that.
Was it pattern?
We schedule that sex is very boring.
Yeah, because most of the times, our real sex is a bit weird.
Every Thursday, Biana, me that be very boring because I say it's spontaneous. Like what worry there? I will say anytime anyone feels admit to it.
Okay.
Okay, so all the timetable, I am to say, or the timetable down, beginning 2-3 days after. Hey, that's how they relationship with the major.
But that's what is working for the person. So once at the end of the day, what will work for you is not what is going to work for the next person. And so you have to.
anytime I say in a relationship, you need to do adjustments. You need to do adjustment, but don't make it too strict to say this is what I want because me a bear man. I said, me and me your body. Don't make it too strict. At least try to adjust to each other.
Okay.
See, we per se, me per se. How do I make it work? It also me adjust it to Canadian. That doesn't mean say because that doesn't mean that you don't like the person. But if you really like the person, you may not have everything 100%. Try to adjust yourself to make the relationship work. And then you 40 years and 50 years no.
Okay.
You try to adapt each other.
All right. Yeah, that was a big way. I think the submission you have given, and I like the fact that you have actually experienced this particular thing, because now also a high sexual drive, but you had to compromise to make your wife happy.
Have to. Because my end is because apart from sex, my wife was very helpful to me in other aspects of my life.
Okay.
Just look at the sex alone. I look at the other aspects may benefit from.
So you were able to compromise and then suppress your drive.
I'm in a relationship now. My wife, I've not gone outside before. I've not even had any extramarital affair before.
Wow. You deserve a standing ovation. Let me give you a whole clap.
Yeah, because we have married for the last 16 years.
16 years, and you've never stepped out on your marriage.
Me be that.
We thank God.
Sometimes I go out, I get temptation and stuff, but
you still stand strong.
You have to know, say, I have somebody at home. How will I feel if my wife also cheats on me? I think about all those things. You know, it is sometimes relationship we need to adjust to each other. Make us only bear manti, me la farmer, and me ya my brain to me crab want to forget. It doesn't work like that. You call her say also cast our brain. No, no work of another one. But the time I know bear 5 girlfriend.
Okay, y'all. And then Mrs. Yao Michano, because she's very lucky to actually, have you, because the name and then you be breathing and it's not a compromise on certain issues to actually look at the benefits they get from their woman for them to be faithful. Yeah, that was to be for your submission as well. And thank you. Have a lovely evening. Okay, if you're just joining in, as I said earlier on, it's the relationship show Love and Life, brought to you by your girl Baba Chuck Norris. And my last call on the submission, because no say he's experienced or worrying a high sexual drive. And the topic for tonight is, should you compromise on your partner's sexual drive? And what do you do if you're not compatible with your partner sexually, not in other aspects? And yeah, right, I'll say obviously no worry, they a very high sexual drive, but after in the marriage, at some point they really got tired and was like, they be on my break. So he had to actually look at other things and then compromise and then suppress his feelings, and that's actually a good thing. And so I hope you're learning a thing or two. I think so. When it comes to sex, I don't think there should be a pattern. I'm sorry, I beg to differ, because once you have a pattern and then you have a particular way of doing things, it gets boring. It takes out the fun from BBR. And work on libido, whether you want them to compromise to get to your level or no, it makes it difficult, because your routine is a chore. I quite say juma adding. And as I keep saying, women don't operate like that. Women operate when it comes to sex and mentally and emotionally. We are not built like men. You have to understand. Your system is not built like a man, because men are moved by what they see and women are moved by what they feel. How you treat me, how I feel about you, and how you make me safe around you, would make me more open to doing things in bed sexually. It's because we've had an interactive evening, and I hope you've learned a thing or two. At the end of the day, even if you didn't learn a thing, 2 things to take away from tonight's program. Men are too rigid when it comes to your terms and conditions sexually, and compromise. I think let's learn to communicate. communicate your sexual desires, communicate your sexual preferences, communicate your sexual expectations, communicate how you want things to go in your relationship when it comes to sex, because it's very, very important. And this should actually even be done in your first 3 days of dating. And yes, talk about these things. Give the person the opportunity to actually choose to be with you or choose not to be with you, because a very big issue. Whereas I would invest a lot, and I said one party will be pretending to like what the other party is doing. Yeah, so invested. I feel yeah, investments be you know. Then there are characters be APA. It doesn't sit well with the other party. Now I feel problems. It brews a lot of problems, because one little thing I often say, okay, I can just deal with it. No, can create a lot of either so many branches of problems that you can't even solve. Now I feel one time I'm your lovers and some enemies just because you couldn't communicate your expectations. So if you're just tuning in, as well, again, as I said, it's the relationship show where we're talking about love and life and how to, work on things in our marriages and in our relationships. To be precise, your sexual preferences is very important. This is my opening tune. Every time on Hot Digital from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Know that it is the relationship show brought to you by your girl Baba Chuck Norris, and where we try to discuss on touch topic things are in our society. In Phyllis, we cannot talk about it. It's a taboo to discuss. I'm here to talk about it, to be honest with you. Because we need to break that cultural barrier. Ghana for you say because times have changed, and and affecting individually. And because we are not open about it, it's taking a toll on our lives, in marriages, in relationships. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, welcome. And thanks to those who have been watching all through and then sharing their submissions. And Dabe Collison in our state. Shout out to Kings Beats. Shout out to Yao. Shout out to Marlon. And shout out to Kobe. I'm saying right, my mom and feeling baby, So if you have certain fantasies and also expectations now when they work out an intimate component, you can always DM me your suggestions and what you want to discuss. But what has a bit sound common and you make it things right, because the show is not just going to be a one-way show. Trust me, there are a lot of things to expect. It'll be a matchmaking. We would actually call and fix issues where baby biara ebi a wuntimin can maybe was your first call on a client. Ghanaian women are not expressive when it comes to these things. And we are trying to break the norm on that. I was saying so no. Culturally, we break our way not intimate and having fun, because no matter what you do, sex is about 60% in. It's about 60%. I'm not saying hypothetically speaking, it's about 60% in a relationship and also in marriage. Because other partner will honor after you solve life issues, it all boils down to me releasing stress, me releasing certain chemicals that would balance my hormones, and all these chemicals and all these, so we would educate ourselves on that, because there are a lot of things. I think, just say so we just go about sex casually and we are done. One time, but yeah, whenever as we delve into these, topic, we would talk about it, and you're gonna learn a lot. To say, I feel I will join him in Swa. Aqua babium.
feeling, me baby. Riding me now, me feeling, me chilling, me feeling, me baby. Riding me now, me feeling, me baby. Me feeling, me baby. Riding me now, me feel like the first time. Now me tell you, nunca said the last time. Riding me man, it feel like the first time. Now me tell you, nunca said the last time. I love you, Tommy, baby.
Warning number one, spanking it too hard. All you be too.
As Lumba is saying, women number one, we're spanking it to her. There are people that like to be spanked as well. So that is your fantasy. Express that to your partner. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe I can wash now. Can wash them now. I don't know. I'm why so stressed up who partner because on yes I am none with him. So one can't share. And we would look into cinema way in as much as it might seem trivial, you know. It boils down to affecting them be knowingly and unknowingly because who expect to be now partner and yeah now but also one kind so no know be partner and you're like what did I sign up for? But you didn't sign up for nothing because you didn't express yourself. If you're just joining me, as I said, tonight's program or the topic was, should you compromise in your partner's sexual drive? And what do you do if you're not compatible in bed? Well, I mean, the brother story be too dry. I can't say, a Christian couple and they dated for 2 years without sex. No more worry, on the night of honeymoon, no. And the brother who say, no, she likes to be bitten in her armpits. It was okay, kind of one to money bleeding and sana. Or back climax and I said, no, but 1 year now she's not enjoying the sex. And dear brother said, I saw 1 month, but on you okay because primary and he doesn't understand, he doesn't know what to do or how to even communicate and then find a solution to this. And as I said, you want in brain or honor you want brain or honor or more marriage, no, they want it, and that's what my sorry, homosexual drive, no. They have certain fantasies that that's how they want it. Internet say would communicate this to your partner. Na own team, one man call. Na mention na yenye investments in we enkodu baby and sana waba be chere me wusu ban bia and I say maybe I will pan only man can. Now one my opportunity for me to sign up for that, you know. Yes, na akoye asefem na akoye de wo ho. Internet say wutie me a. And so it's not even too late. Say, oh, bibi yara na. Ebi I want to partner so wukunu atsna ache. Won't men cry. I show so. It's not too late. I feel like a conversation can still be had, and then you meet me find a common ground. You can work through whatever it is to get to actually compromise and then make your home happier. Maybe I'm about to wrap it up. Thank you for staying with me. One more free, me call it now. Submissions I'm the advice I gave, and I hope say it, and I hope say it would save someone's relationship after marriage. You would learn to communicate with your partner. Every night, and I'll leave you with one quote about a relationship, and I said, it's like, yeah, become one. Now you tear, then you tear. In anticipation of Daddy Lumba coming to the UK, I cannot wait personally. This is Pony by Daddy Lumba and Atin and so. Me sign out. You put that yourself for so ya cinema you did the bremo. Best deal shipping for us say best deal shipping for us say wo pese wo shipping wo niama or product seko Ghana and me sama air by mo e bitu kwan akọ Ghana ne ade no best shipping for say they have you at heart. Na niama bi the best my best shipping for no they omo de be call ama na kwa dru Ghana asumdwe mu ama with no casualties, be intact. So open best deal shipping now. With me from was 0774 354857 0774 3534 I think so no on my website on my email address bestdealshipping@outlook.com. It is the top person was shipping yama. This is the best place that I'll be to me shipping when yama. I think so no if we pese wo top properties e wo Ghana ye mo aye like yes the sika kofie aye pese nyama wo Ghana se boy den but then again Royal Chapter Property Group Limited for kasa pese wo to e dan asa asase a omo wo asase kakra e wo Techamante. If we need be Techamante, what Techamante is of the near in Sawam e ben Sawam pa almost assassinated that close to the police station where more plots are 70 by 100 or more 80 by 80 full plots and more half plots 35 by 100 and a 70 by 50 are selling at cool prices. It's in any more idea so we skip out the investments are you want to invest in London properties and asset houses are Royal Chapter Property Group Limited. So they are the best people you can actually sign up with if you're and almost say access to water, electricity and be well demarcated roads are to say potholes being him. It's a smooth road into no car and say when I'm kind of smoothly and the could do or contact Royal Chapter Property garden number +233. That is the code. Now it is 2016366434. My sense is to be +233 2016366434. I think so. You can actually also contact on my UK number. No, so what him say and so. 0750 8871235. My sense is to be 078. So it's 0750 8871235. I think so no yama pedokno se wo kwa dodokno na opekodokno pa usuma e betia enye won semu basabasa and the Kinky House for Sebra Viva African House omunye nyina ni so mu bie Tuesdays to Saturdays na Mondays and weekends na bank holidays in there they are closed but pedokno is super sorry Tuesdays to Fridays which is 12 noon to 5 p.m. No, they are open. No more Leighton, 138 Leighton Stone High Road. Into no pese di doknoa eswa. Enya won semba sabasa. Obenya Ghana vibe, ni Ghana flavor, and then the Viva Afrique Kinky House. I face your last one I made fun to dry Freda lights for